All right, good morning, friends. Today is January 31st, and we are doing chair Pilates today. We're going to use a squishy ball. I may end up moving the camera in case I end up out of frame, so we'll see. I go through this every week. All right. Oh, perfect. Okay. So go ahead and stand right next to the right side of your chair. All right. And then we're just going to start to swing this right arm. So you're just going to let it swing front to back. I have my hand on the chair for balance, just to help me out. Take some breaths while you do this. Good. And then just go ahead and hinge forward at your hips. So you'll just bend and straighten. I'm going to try and keep my legs straight. So I'm only going to go down as far as my legs allow me to stay straight, right? As far as they can stay straight. So I'm going to hinge and go forward. So it looks like this. So I'm not going backwards. I'm going straight forward, straight up. That's why I'm holding the chair, so that I can keep my balance. And up. I'm getting a long lengthening sensation through the back of my legs. And down and up. One more time. Forward and lift. Okay? Pick up your ball for me. So now we'll start to move the arm up and down, holding the ball. Last two. And one more. Good. Holding the ball next to the side of the leg. You're going to hinge forward, but your arm will kind of swing forward as you do that. So your arm swings forward and you come back up and down. Pretty flat back, right? Everything's just kind of bending right there at the hip socket. Two more. One more time. Good. Now we'll open the arm to the side. So we'll go shoulder height, and I'm going to twist across a little bit. So up and little rotation. Lift. 3. I'm going to go a little higher now. A little bit bigger movement. One more. Up and out. Good. We're going to do that with our body in that hinge position. So we'll go over, the arm will lift, and then it'll come underneath you. So as we go down from the hip, ball comes out to the side, and then it's going to go across. You're going to open to the side again, and then we're going to stand back up. So we won't stay down there and swing the ball side to side. So we'll go out, hinge forward, go underneath, open, and stand. Down, underneath you, side, and stand. Let's do hinge, crossover, out and up, and up. Good. Ball on the chair, hand on the hip, swing your leg. That would be your outside leg. Let's do 3 more. And 1. Good. All right, so couple options here. So you can hinge with one hand on the chair, because the leg is going to come up behind us. So if you hinge, watch for a sec. If you hinge, your leg lifts, and then you come back in. If you're thinking, I don't really want to do that with one hand, then you can have both hands on the chair, and then you hinge, and you come back up, okay? So you pick which one you want to work with. If you're using both hands, you're going to have to bend your elbows a little bit. Okay, we're going to pick up the ball. Obviously, if you're using the back of the chair, you're not going to use the ball. Obviously. All right, so as we hinge, the arm will fall, the leg will lift up. So you go forward, leg lifts, and then you stand. You go forward and stand. I'm going to add a lift of my arm once I stand up. So my arm's going to come up, down, leg up, lift my arm, down, leg up. Woo, one more. And stand. Nice. Let's transfer to the other side. Take a moment just to stand there and observe any sensations that you may have from side to side. I personally feel looser in the leg, the side that we were just working on. So I feel like I have more connection to the floor on this side. All right, so let's just start by swinging the arm. Three more. 2 and 1. Good. We're going to hinge both feet down from the hip socket, forward towards the floor and back up. We'll do 5 of these. 3. And you want to try and keep your legs straight and not have your hips go backwards. That's kind of the key. Okay. All right, pick up the ball. Move the ball up and down 5 times. 4, one more time. And 5. Good. And then we'll hinge with holding the ball. So the arm will move away from you slightly. So as you go down, the arm goes out. And go back up. Down. And that hand on the chair has to bend. That elbow has to bend. This is good. I couldn't touch the floor before with the ball. I can now. Now that I've worked on these, especially that left side. And up. Yes. All right. So we're going to go side and twist and open and twist. Three more. And 2. And 1. Good. All right. So we're going to hinge. We'll have the arm out to the side. It'll come underneath you. It'll come back to the side and you'll stand back up. Okay. You have a little bit of a twist that happens, right? Arm is lifted, hinge, ball goes under, goes out, stand back up. Forward, cross, open, up. 2 more, down, cross. 1 more time, down, cross, open, and lift. Good, ball down. Here's the leg lift out to the back. You can either do it with both hands on the back of the chair where you come up, or you're going to use one hand on the side. Okay, let's do a couple of them and then we'll add the ball in the hand. All right, so you're going to lean forward in the same position from the hip. The leg will rise. You'll stand back up, down, and up. So your leg just lifts with your upper body. 1 more. Good. Adding the ball. Unless you're holding onto the back, you won't add the ball. All right. So we hinge forward. The ball will go towards towards the floor, you stand up, you lift your arm down. Two more. And up. Very nice. Ball on the chair. We're all going to go back behind the chair and we're going to do a little calf stretch. So I will face this way. Hands on the top. Make sure your chair won't move. Step your right foot back. Bend that front leg. Heel is down. Back leg is as straight as you can get it. Lift up to your toes, bending your toes, drop back down to your heel. Bend your toes. So I want everybody to locate some kind of a ball. This will be for next time. Some kind of small ball, like a tennis ball or a dog toy, something that's around a tennis ball size, okay? Everybody's gonna locate one of those for our next class. One more time. Up and in. So you're just gonna end up adding that into your bag of tricks, you know, your little magic basket. So we'll go into the other side. Heel goes down. Hold that heel down. Keep that knee as straight as you can. Lift up, lower down. Bend your toes. Upper body is super connected to lower body. Last two. Good. And lower down. Step the feet together. All right, we're going to add the ball into the situation. We're still standing. I'm going to go to the side of my chair, but you guys can stay in the back of your chair. So I'm just going to let the ball drop to the floor, and then I'm going to bring it between my heels. Okay. So we're going to do some calf raises here. So I'm holding the ball in between my heels here. And I just kind of scoot my feet really close together so that I can feel myself hugging the ball all the way up into the back of my hip. And the heels are going to come up and lower down. We're just going to do 10 of these. I think 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now, with the heels on the ground, you'll just start to let your knees go forward and then straighten. A-okay with everybody? Knees just bend a little bit forward and then straighten. And bend and straighten. Last 2, bend. One more time. Bend and straighten. Good. Step your feet away from the ball. Move it out of the way. Go back to your calf stretch. Once you're here with your heel down in the back, you keep the heel on the floor and you let the knee bend. The heel doesn't come up. So we get a little bit more space now in the back of the leg. 3 more. One more time. Good, and then we'll step the feet together and we'll do the other side. Heel down, front knee bent slightly, lean forward into that front leg, bend and straighten that back leg. Heel stays on the floor. Two more. One more time, step together, okay? So, eyeball on that ball. I'm gonna go back to this other side. And I'm going to place this foot on top. You don't stand on the ball. You don't take any weight off the leg that's on the floor, right? That wouldn't be very smart. So we're just going to press into the ball and then maybe lean down into it a little bit, right? So I'm just going to pitch my weight forward a little and stand back up. All right, always hang on to something while you do this. Press. Just kind of trying to smash it a little bit here. 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. So you can go to the other side. I'm just going to stay on this side and change feet. But you can go to the other side if you want to. Okay, foot on top. I lean forward slightly, pushing the ball down towards the floor, trying to leave a footprint on top of it. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, we're going to do a little Eric Franklin. I'm going to move this ball to the front of my chair because we're going to end up sitting down here in a second. All right, so lift up your right knee. Okay. Balance without the hip falling away from the hip socket. And then see if you can pick your leg up and shake it around a little bit. And it doesn't have to stay right in front of you. It can go out to the side a little. Just waking up some of those nerves. Good, and come in. Good. Stand for a moment. Go to the other side. Outside leg, heel comes up. I don't care how far off the floor you pick up your foot, doesn't really matter. Shake. Yeah, you can lift your leg up high if you want. One more time. Good. And down. Great. Stand for a moment. All right, we'll go to the front of the chair and have a seat. Let me tip my camera down a little bit. So if you're in Chicago, there's the agave plant at the Garfield Park Conservatory is about to bloom sometime soon, once in a lifetime, evidently. So just thought I'd give you that tip. If you have to make a reservation to go. So I went recently, it's gorgeous. I didn't see it blooming, but it's set to bloom here in the next week or 2. All right, hands on the thighs, feet flat on the floor. Tap. That is a free Chicago Park District. It's gorgeous. If you've never been there, I highly recommend it. But you do have to make a reservation. All right. We're going to go down the right leg. So I'm just going to kind of hug my leg here, and I'm going to go all the way over, all the way up. Giving it a little squeeze. One more time. Good, and then we'll go to the other side, a little squeeze as you go down and up. One more. And up. Good. All right, grab that ball in between your ankles. Squeeze it with your heels. And then lift your heels up. Toes are still on the floor. You're gonna twist your heels into the ball. And as you can see, my hands, my thigh bones are rotating. They go out and they come back to in. Squeeze. 3 more. 3, 2. Stay in that internal rotation of the heels, and you're gonna lift and lower for 5. So my knees are open. 4, 3. Stay up here and squeeze with the heels. You should, I'm feeling this way up here, way up on the sides and the back of my legs. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And those hip sockets, right? All right, parallel your feet. Go ahead and roll down and get the ball. Bring it back up, place it in between your thighs. And now we're gonna walk our feet out like this. So now we're gonna go inward this way, right? In. Breathing, shoulders relaxed. Belly button engaged, everything drawn in here. So you can do this without paying any attention here, which is fine. But I'm going to choose to, every time I squeeze my legs, I activate all these trunk muscles in here where my guts are. So I give my guts a hug and then I release them. So that happens while my legs move. It's a choice. One more. Joe Pilates, he called that the internal shower. Every time that you twist or move, you hug those guts, right? Hug those intestines, keep them moving. So we lift the heels now and come back down. Exhale, hug your guts. Lift the heels, come back down. Inhale, everything releases. Exhale, give everything a hug. Last 2. We'll stay up on this one, and you're gonna give those inner thighs a nice little workout here. Draw that belly button back for 5, 4, 3, my heels are up, 2, and 1, and heels down. Good, walk your feet together, scoot back. So you're sitting against the chair, extend your right leg. Straighten and bend. Once we come up on this next one, stay here, flex and point your foot. And draw circles just with your ankle, please. Nothing else moves. Everything up here is very quiet. It's all ankle. Good. And down, switch to the other side, straighten and bend. I don't care what your foot does right now. Working our quadricep muscles. We'll stay up on this next one and flex, point, flex, all ankle. We need music. Reverse. The reason I don't play music is because most of it's copyrighted. So if I upload it onto the internets, then I get a copyright violation. So that's why. All right, ball, upper back between you and the chair. So I had to move forward to do that. So I'm like kind of, if you have a bra line strap. If you don't, it's like bottom of your shoulder blades. All right, so hands on the knees, feet flat on the floor. Exhale, hug your guts, push backwards into the ball, pop back up, take an inhale. Everything opens up here. Exhale, push back. Come back up. Push back. So you're literally hugging all of your insides here. Two more. One more time. Push back and come center. Now you're going to lean into the ball, so I have to use my feet to do that. And I'm going to start to rotate side to side. So my hip bones stay pretty still and my spine turns side to side. My ribs. One more each way. Good. So we'll turn to the right. So we're kind of right shoulder blade is towards the ball in the back. Drop the arms down. I'm going to look in this direction, lift, and then I'm going to lean back over in that direction. So you can do arms up, you can do arms crossed, leaning back and over in that direction for 3 more. Try to keep your opposite hip bone on the chair. And center. Bring the arms down, twist side to side a couple times. My ball's making noise. Now I'm going to twist to the left. So my left shoulder blade is mostly on. My right shoulder blade's pretty off. Arms up or crossed and lean backwards in that direction. Keep your feet nice and planted on the floor. Hug your guts to get up. Inhale back. Exhale, hug. 3, 2 more. Woo, one more time. Back and hug. Arms down, come back center. Sit up, take the ball away, hold it in your hands here. So you're going to hug it against your chest, one hand on top of the other. We're going to go forward. I'm not sitting back against the chair. So my elbows are going to go down towards my knees and up. Exhale to go forward. Pull your guts in and back as you go over your legs. Over your hips. Last 2. One more. Come back up. Transfer the ball back to your back. Hold your head. We're going backwards. So now we're going to go back and come back up and back. Refrain from pulling your head forward and back. Just use your hands to support your head, especially in the backwards position. Last 2, and then we'll add a little twist. So I'm going to take my right elbow and I'm going to twist down towards my thigh. But my ball will stay behind my back the whole time. Back and rotate. Inhale, exhale, twist. One more. Back and rotate. Good. Let's go the other way. So elbow, inhale, exhale, cross over. Two more. Whee! Last time. Back and cross over. Good. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Yes. Sit up, take the ball away, put it back here. Hold, yes. So we can't go back like you did before because the ball was there for us, right? So now the ball's no longer there. So we're gonna, same sensation. So you're gonna lift up, cross over, elbow, hopefully thigh, come up, lift up as if the ball were there and cross over. So now you get to go forward more. Cross to the other side. One more each way. Twist and up and back and twist and center. Good. Take the ball. It's going to go down, way down here. So we're going to be lower part of the hip against the ball. You might need to move up on your chair to get it to fit. So I'm going to move into it a little bit so I can feel trying to smush it a little. And then I'm going to just tuck my hips and come back up. Tuck my hips, come back up. So I'm not leaning with my back. I'm not leaning with my shoulders. I'm rolling my hip bones underneath. And again, I'm actively drawing in all these trunk muscles and these lower abdominals here, right around the hips. So I can do this without doing that, but might as well add that little bonus core work. Last two and the last one. So I'm going to stay in this little rounded tucked position, put my back against the chair, and then scoot my butt forward. So now the ball's right in my lower back. I'm leaning on it. Hands are here. All right. So I'm going to see if I can just straighten one leg and bend. Same side, straighten. One more. So I feel like I'm kind of slouching, but I'm super connected to the ball through here. And then other side. Two more, 4 and 5. Now what we're going to try and do is bring this leg up. So if you have trouble with that and you have your TheraBand right there with you, go ahead and take your TheraBand underneath the back of your leg and you can help yourself lift your leg up and down, right? Otherwise, we're here, lift. 3, it's a hip hinge. 4, 5, other side, exhale up, encouraging these muscles to lift my leg for me. Not so much these. 4 and 5, good, both feet down. Starting with the top of the head, lean forward, sit back up. Hips first, back to the ball, touch the chair. Top of the head forward. You can cross your arms if your arms are tired, back. Exhale, forward. Roll the hips under. Now as I go back, I'm going to add this leg business. So as I go back, my leg will come up. And then as I come up, my leg will go down. Back leg up. Lift. Rolling on the hip bones. I'm going to add some arms. So you have the option to add some arms. Knee up, arms up. That doesn't mean my back gets straight when I lift my arms. I'm still in that slouchy position. One more each side. And you can always keep your feet on the floor. That's totally fine. Up and down. Good, hands down. So I need to move back so I can feel the ball against my hips again. Arms are straight. I'm going to push into, this is my left hand. Doesn't really matter to you. I'm going to push into this hand and I'm going to bring this shoulder across like that. And then I'm going to push into this hand and bring this shoulder across. come back to this side. So I still feel the ball against my hips behind me here. So I just twist. So I really use this arm to twist me around. And switch. One more each way. Twist. And twist. Good. Hands on the inside of the legs. We still have the ball behind our lower back. I want you to stay connected to the ball. Okay? So when you go forward, you shouldn't feel the ball move away from you. You're going to keep those hips against the ball. Tuck your chin, roll down. Can't go very far, and then come back up. Because your pelvis stays connected to the ball. Back of the hips, roll down. Pull in those tummy muscles to keep your hips there. 2 more, roll down. One more time, I'm pushing into my legs a little bit. And back up. Good. Legs in, ball's still there. I'm going to march. Feet come up. Swing the elbows. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide this leg out, reach this arm out. Bring it back in, slide it, reach. 3, and 2, and 1, and then we'll go to the other side and slide. Reach. I'm pretty much staying centered on the chair, right? Last 2, reach and reach. Good, grab that ball from behind your back. Scoot back a little bit. So I know some people have arms on their chair. So if that's the case, you might need to turn sideways. So I'm going to move my leg completely off the chair. Okay. It's going to be hard because that mat's sticky. I need to be able to slide my foot and bring it back in. So now my whole leg is off the chair. Okay. So I can slide it to the side and pull it back in. We're going to add the arm in the opposite direction. So this hip bone, the one that's on the chair, is going to stay firmly on top, right? So we're going to reach, pull in. You can go back to what we were just doing before with both hips on. It doesn't matter. Reach. Now I'm going to start adding I'm going to twist back a little bit, and then I'm going to come across. Inhale, exhale, open. Last 2. Out, cross. One more time. Out and cross. Good. Sliding to my other side. Taking your hip off the chair is totally an option. It's not something you have to do. You can stay in the middle. Okay. I'm going to practice this side a little bit, a couple times. Okay. And you'll notice how the arm kind of counterbalances the movement, right? By reaching away at the same time. So here we go. Out and in. Out. Straight across. One more. All right, let's add twist. Look away. Here. Open. Three more. 2. Last one. Yes, and back home. Both hips get back on top. Good. Ball between knees. Arms out to the side. Go underneath your thighs. Okay. I'm just going to hug the ball just a little bit with my legs. I'm going to curl down. I'm going to grab the bottom of my thighs and kind of pull myself into this rounded shape. So I'm going to lift my shoulder blades towards the ceiling, hang onto the thighs, and then inhale, come back up. So I'm holding my legs to create the shape. Curl, pulling on the bottom of my legs a little bit. Come back up. Exhale, down and curl. And inhale, come back up. Good. Ball underneath right elbow, elbows bent. Squeeze in. Everything here stays still. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arm goes straight, press straight in. Nothing happening here. 6, still hugging those guts. 8, 9, and 10. Switch to the other side, elbows bent, squeeze inward towards the ribs. Keep the ribs still. 6, and then down to a nice straighter arm right against the hip and press in. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Legs wider, ball in hand. Curl down, touch the floor. Make sure you won't fall off your chair. Roll down, touch the floor. Roll back up. Lift. Bring it down, roll. Come back up and lift. If you get to the floor with the ball in your hands, push the ball into the floor. Push it down into the floor. Then pick it up and lift. Two more. Roll, push into the floor. Come up. One more time. Press. Come up. And down. Good. So we're going to go to the back of the head. We're going to use the ball for this. Let's start by just kind of moving the neck around a little bit. So you're going to turn your head to the right. You're going to let your chin roll forward. Come around to the other side and go center. Switch it. And as we go along here, it tends to get a little bit noisier in there. As we break up all that fascia, that delicate fascia that's inside our bodies. Twist it around. Rotate. Rotate. Let's do this last one. I have my eyes closed. If that makes you dizzy, then keep your eyes open. So you're going to take the ball under your chin against your throat. And you're going to hold your hands here. So the ball's on my chin. I'm pushing up just a little bit into my, my throat here. And my hands are holding the other side of the ball. And then I'm just going to nod into the ball. So my chin will go down. And come back up. And press the chin down. So we've added a little bit of resistance. Creating some tension against the neck muscles so they have something to do here. Besides hold up our 10-pound head. 2 more. One more time. And then, I don't know about you guys, but when I have a mask on, my jaw is super busy doing all sorts of things. So let's just open and close the mouth a couple times. So you're going to open your mouth really wide and close, open. And close one more time, open. and close. And then I'm going to take my fingers right where, so if I open my mouth a little bit, right in that jaw line there, right? So I'm going to open a little, and then I'm going to start massaging right into that spot. It might be painful, just let you know. So let's try that. Good thing no one else is here, right? Just us. Push into it a little bit side to side. Ooh, tight, yes. All right. Open your mouth again. All right, ball behind your head. So we'll move back for this. Elbows are closed. I'm holding the sides of the ball like so. And then we take our head back into the ball and then up. So I'm actually going to push my ball back into the back of my head a little bit. Again, I'm forcing my neck muscles to do something, right? So I have to press the back of my head into the ball and press. Keep your jaw relaxed. Last two, press. One more time. And up. Side of your head, right by your ear. Push the ball into your head, push your head into the ball. Press. So I'm going to let my head start to go this way a little bit. So I'm supporting it with the ball, but I'm still pushing against the side of my head a little. One more. Switch sides. Head stays relatively upright. Press both head and ball. One more. And then I'll start to let my head bend towards the wall. So this kind of opens up this side a little bit, maybe. One more. Good. Ball down here, turn, circle, up, center. I don't know about you, but I got a little bit more range now from that. Ooh, one more each way. Oh yeah. All right, ball between the knees. All right, so for the last part here, we're gonna sit to stand. The ball's gonna be hugged in between the thighs here. If you don't want to do this, you can just stay here and just do some inner thigh work, okay? Otherwise, your hands can do whatever they need to do to help you. You can use them on your thighs, you can bring your arms out in front of you. So hug the ball slightly, pull in the tummy muscles, sit to stand, and come back down. We're gonna do 10 of these. The ball kind of keeps my legs organized, right? My upper thigh bones. And you might want to check your feet and make sure, if you can, that they're pointing forward. Our bodies do all sorts of things to help us out. Let's do one more. Up and down, okay? So I'm gonna do, if that was easy, we're gonna try it with one heel up. So that's gonna force one of your legs to work harder than the other one. If it wasn't easy, then stick with both feet on the floor, okay? So we're gonna do 3 right, 3 left. Okay, so this heel's up. I'm still using that leg a little bit, but most of the work is gonna be done by this side, okay? And again, put your hands wherever you need. I'm gonna reach out this time. So forward, stand, sit, stand. So we're just making this right leg work a little bit harder. One more time, stand and sit. Good. This heel down, this heel up. This can throw your balance off a little bit, so just be super careful. All right, here we go. Up. One more time. Up and down. Both heels down. Take the ball behind you. Place it back there. Lift your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, press down. Curl around over your thighs. Pull up through your thighs. Drop back down. Release your hands. Lift. Inhale. Head gets to drop back if it wants to. Down. Hold your legs as you curl into that shape. Lift up. Last time. Down and over. Curl. And lift. Hands together. Namaste. Last day of January. Woohoo! Thank you, everybody.